Hey everybody, Zachariah J here. I'm super excited. I just got my first 3D printer. It's coming from G3D Systems, which is Global 3D Systems. This is a T-1000. Just came in the mail today, so super excited to unbox it and unveil it for you. So without further ado, let's open this bad boy. The garage door broke, presumably. Wow. So far I'm pretty impressed with the packaging. It seems like every corner of the machine has been covered with some sort of foam. You didn't see the top part of the foam that went with the box, but there was another crowning foam piece here, which this box, which I'm assuming are all the scrapers. Yeah, scrapers, there's some resin in here, clippers, and the top build plate is in this box, but this was inside of a piece of foam on top that was inside the box. So well packaged, and as you can see, it was pretty simple to get out of the packaging. So it wasn't one of those situations where you're like untaping and unboxing and unclipping. The only difficult part is it's kind of heavy, but you saw I was able to tip it over pretty easily. So let's see if we can get this bottom foam piece off. Look at that. All right. Let's see what we've got in this little bitty box. Alright, a little quick start guide. Thank you note, propaganda. Go check them out on Facebook and Instagram, Twitter, all that stuff. Some more desiccant. A little microfiber cloth. Assume that is to clean the lens of the projector. Some resin. This is their standard clear resin. Some people have asked me one of the reasons why I've chosen this machine. I didn't mention at the beginning, but this is my first 3D printer ever, so I'm kind of jumping off into the deep end of the pool of 3D printing. I have been around 3D printing a lot. I've got a lot of friends that 3D print, do a lot of 3D printing at work. I order 3D prints from companies so we can evaluate parts when they come to where I work. But this is my first 3D printer that I'm getting at home. But anyway, this is one of the reasons that I ordered this printer is because the price of the resins that they have, and the resins are really good. I looked at them in the booth when they were at MD&M last week, and the print quality of the machine looked very good, and the resin prices were about half. So in comparison to the Formlabs, the liter of resin was about $150, whereas this liter of resin is $75. I did buy another bit of resin. This is their tough resin. I was really impressed with this material when I was in the booth, and how robust it felt. They had some gears made out of it, working gears, and it didn't look like it was going to be, some piece that was going to fall apart. I wasn't afraid of it. I was actually impressed that you put it all together and you weren't afraid that it was going to break when you were trying to work the part, and made some really intricate parts that fit together. So I ordered this. Now this resin was $85. Their most expensive resin is for like jewelry and that kind of thing, and that was $110, I want to say, for a liter. And then they have a couple flexible resins, and those resins range from $100, $105. At any rate, still cheaper than a lot of resins out there. So anyway, there's the tough resin. Here's our build plate, and it is a top loading build plate there. So that's that guy. We'll give a spatula. Everybody's got to have one of those. And some flat side cutters. So in this little box here, here's some adapters in case you need to change the style of plug it is, but it looks like it's a standard US 110 volt plug, so I guess I'm not going to really need these. Interesting. Let's go back to the other. Oh, this way. Maybe I can use this for traveling or whatever, but I don't need that for this thing. So there you go. Take this guy off. That is the unpacking of this guy. I did get one other thing with this machine. Put this way. This. And this. We don't need the propaganda. Now this, I wasn't sure if I needed this, but it was only 36 bucks. So I was like, well, I'll get it, and you can't really fault too much if it doesn't work that great, but we'll see what it is. I ended up doing some other research and finding some other things that kind of take the place of parts of this. But this is a wash workstation, kind of like a post-mortem. After you print something, you can clean up with this. So we'll unbox this thing. I don't know what that is. I don't know what that is either. I don't know what any of this stuff is. This is, again, pretty well packaged. I mean, if you see a couple Tupperware bins here, which kind of is why I thought this might not be... I mean, it's kind of nice that this all has something to fit together and it's organized, but I mean, you could easily go to the Container Store and buy some Tupperware bins and whatnot to do your post-curing things with. And this is an interesting little tray, and I guess they think that this is completely and totally intuitive because there is nothing in the box that tells you where things go and what they do, what their purposes are. But anyway, you get this nice little vacuum formed piece of plastic, not too awfully crazy there. This goes on this guy, this goes on this guy, and this little tabby hole here is to hold the build plate, and this guy, this little tray here, is to kind of have your tools so you can scrape off your parts, and then you can start clicking off your things. These bins go in here, this goes in here for something like that, and then this is, you know, I'm assuming you put your isopropyl alcohol or whatever you're cleaning into one of these bins, and I don't know, I'm just basically going off the pictures that I saw on the internet when I ordered this. And then of course you put water in this other one and you could rinse your part, but this is supposed to have, I think you're supposed to put your bottle of resin here, and then when you pull your vat out of the machine, you pour this back into your resin bottle, and then you can chip off your part, put that guy on here and let it kind of drool or whatever. I'm not saying this is a horrible setup, but I'm not terribly impressed by the setup either. It's just some cheap bits of plastic. But I guess on the plus side, it is keeping everything kind of organized and neat, and you kind of know where everything is. So I can't really say anything great about it, but I can't really say that it's complete garbage either, because there are some benefits out of being nice and organized, which I do like everything being nice and organized. So anyway, that's unpackaging this thing. Looks like I still have some more plastic on here. Definitely want to be able to see through the nice little window. I think it's a pretty elegant looking machine. It looks really cool. Kind of does live up to the T-1000 namesake. It looks very Terminaesque out there, you know, like the Terminator. Anyway, so, well, that's the unpackaging. I guess next I gotta hook it up and try and print something. So, anyway, see you on the next video.